Hey everybody, what's going on? So, try to make a quick little video here on some garage hobby room organization I did last weekend. Got a new shelf for all the cars, so kind of got a little bit more organization done in here. I think it looks pretty good. This is by Muscle Rack. So these are great garage organizers. So I'm gonna focus on what I used it for, RC storage. But if you're looking for a good garage unit, or something like that, this is a great piece. It'll hold absolute tons of weight. I mean, I'm not even close to what this thing will carry. So you can pick these up at Home Depot, Lowe's, any of your standard home improvement stores, stuff like that. This one measures 77 wide, 72 or 6 feet tall, and 24 inches deep. It's a little bit wider than the one I have over here. This is an older one I have had for years. Had a couple of these in my garage. And it has some like MDF, like wooden shelves in it. It's not as secure. It's pretty nice, but it doesn't really have any cross members or anything in it. So like down here, all these heavy cases down here kind of starting to sag the shelf just a little bit. So this one is definitely much nicer. So let's take a look at what makes this what it is and show you guys something you need to look out for when you're buying one of these. So biggest thing is when you buy one of these, whenever you purchase one of these racks, you need to make sure that the box you buy is as long as the shelf is tall. So if you buy a 72 or 6 foot tall shelving unit, your box you buy it in from the store needs to be 6 feet long. And here's the reason why. I'll just go ahead and jump into this. So these, as you can see, are one solid unit. 6 feet tall, solid bars. Now you can pick up one of these for like $100. Now this shelf is $200. So you can pick up one of these for about $80, $90, $100, but it's gonna break like it's gonna break kind of right in here. And you're gonna bolt two of these together because you can basically have like 3 shelves and 2 shelves sitting beside it. If you get the one that's 2 pieces and they sit on top of each other, there's really no way for them to secure each other. They are very cheap. They are crap metal. I mean, and these aren't great metal, but I mean, that thing I wouldn't even trust to put together and even set it in the corner. I would think it would just fall over. So make sure when you buy one of these, your box is as tall as your rack. Now let's go ahead and look at what we got here. So it's all metal construction. Got these wire shelves, which I'm not a huge fan of for RCs, but I'm going to set most of these up on foam blocks to keep the tires off of them. And I could cut wood to put in there if I want to. So I think for now it's going to be okay. I've got the fifth scales up. Got to figure a way to get the crawler and the X-Max up. Probably just make some kind of wood shelf. Or I've got a stand for the X-Max. Cut just a little piece of wood and put under it or something. But this works out all right. Over here you can kind of see all these little these little cutouts. That's so you can put your shelf anywhere you want. You just basically beat them in there with a rubber hammer, kind of secure them in there, and they've got little clips that help them. Now also too, as you can see, there's actually these side, you may not be able to make them in it, but these little cross members. There's 3 per shelf. Now these bolt in from the top up here, and then I'll kind of show you on the top here. Get some good light where we can make it out. I actually took some extra bolts and actually bolted these together. They didn't come with those. They don't come with enough bolts. They say it's fine to do it the way they say in instructions. I didn't trust it. I didn't want these braces to spin around or break or bend. So I just went ahead and popped some extra lock washers, bolts, and nuts that I had laying around in my garage in there and made that even more secure. So bolted it top and bottom. You can actually bolt these feet to the floor if you so desire, but it's very stable, very secure. As long as your floor's basically even, you're not going to have any problems. As you guys can see, I've got a lot of RC cars on here. Got the 2/5 scales down at the bottom. The max obviously does not fit, but I mean this thing is 30 something inches wide. So it's kind of hanging off. That's no problem. The standard Baja 5th scales fitting in there pretty good. We've got the X-Max in there, so as you guys can see, like a Creighton 6, or I'm sorry, a Creighton 8 would probably fit in here okay. X-Max fits in here fine. Here's probably one of the biggest trucks I have lengthwise. This is the clawback 5th scale crawler. This thing's almost 40 inches long, bumper to bumper, and you see it, and the X-Max fits on one shelf. And then, we got the TRX4, the Big Rock, the Summit, and my new 6S Arma sitting on one shelf, and I've even got a space. So if you guys have a lot of these tent scale monsters, you could sit them side by side or something, and probably fit even more of them on there. So you could fit 4 to 6 units per shelf on here, no problem. And I've still got room up here at the top. I clear out some of this stuff for more stuff, and you can adjust these shelves, like I said, wherever you want to put them. So if you guys are looking for something to store your RC cars, stuff like that, I think these will work out absolutely wonderful. It's a nice display piece. It looks nice. So really happy with that. And also another thing I did was I've had this kind of Rubbermaid container here for quite a while out in my garage, not really doing anything with it. Show you guys what I got going on here. Still need to work around with a little bit more, but basically I've got all my transmitters in here, chargers, batteries, extra nuts and bolt bins and stuff like that. So I need to definitely step up my transmitter game and get a better transmitter. I'm thinking about getting a FlySky Noble or something to bind up a few of my radios and get rid of some of those, especially the crap Spectrums that came with my Armas. But there you go, guys. That is the Muscle Rack 77 by 70, 72 or 4 by 24 rack. It's late. Math escapes me at this point. But yeah, 6 feet tall. They do make a 7-foot model. I just didn't have room in here. I've got a lower roof. But you can get a 7-foot model. I actually think it's the same price. I think it might even come with 5 shells. But there you go, guys. Get any questions or anything? Let me know. Take it easy.